Well, hello there. This is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap, guys. I'm excited to see you today. Today in the studio, we are going to be making some herbal bath tea. But before we get into this recipe, I want to let you know that everything you see on this screen and also the videos that I made prior, all of my recipes, candle making, skincare, will be found on my Patreon. If you click on the link in the description box, it will take you right over to the Patreon, and the Patreon is packed jam full of classes and excitement. You can meet us on live Zooms, all kinds of hangouts. Listen, if you join the $20 level, it's always a party, okay? We try to keep the party going on over at that $20 level. But the $10 level, you will definitely see me in those live classes twice a month. All right, guys, so let's talk about what we are doing today. So this is some herbal bath tea, but this one is different because we're using milk in it. So it just gives your customer like a full spa experience, especially if you sell candles. You got the bathtub, you got your bath tea with your candle sitting on the side. They got their blindfolders on or whatever you put on, your mask, and you name it. This is definitely a spa experience thing. So if you sell candles, wax melts, this is something you want to add along to your line. Okay, so let's talk about what's inside this recipe. So we got some rolled oats right here. It's better to get the organic ones. So, if you go to Walmart, Kroger, whatever, and we have some coarse sea salt, guys, and you can use any kind of salt, but you want to make sure that you just have that texture, okay? So it's all about the look. We got some baking soda, high in alkaline, definitely good at, softening the skin. So we add that to the water. You definitely want to get all of those lumps out of that baking soda before you put it into your mix. All right. Another thing is you can use any kind of dry milk. That's the dry milk. You can use coconut, powdered milk from Walmart. It don't matter. Whatever you choose. Also, this is dried roses, guys. You can get those off of Amazon as well. I got a huge bag off of Amazon. It really don't cost that much. This is Himalayan salt, which is pretty good, and it gives it a nice look as well. And these are some muslin bags if you want to make it into a tea. It's totally up to you. There are many ways that you can package this. You could also take some glass jars and you could package it this way. And this, you could get that square label on there. I'll show you how mine came out looking in the end, but it's definitely nice inside the jar because you can just kind of set them up on your table that way when you're doing like pop-up shops and stuff like that. If you do it in a bag, of course, I do the bag in a box. So you can just get these small boxes. There's so many companies that sell these little small boxes, but you could take it and, just put a nice label on it with your tea bag on the inside, and you could ship it that way. And, but for me, I'm more of a fan of the glass bottle. So, that's totally up to you. All right. And you're going to need a scooper. You can get a scooper from Walmart. It's about $1 or something. And you use these scoopers to just scoop dog food. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing first, let's go ahead and add some of these ingredients to the bowl. That's pretty much what we're going to do. We're just going to add, let's add our powdered milk. We're going to add our coarse sea salt. And the reason why we are adding these two is because we need something to put our fragrance in, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and use this peony fragrance. That's the closest I could get to rose, guys. I do have a rose fragrance from Lone Star, but I so love this peony fragrance from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It smells like the pink dove. I don't know if you guys remember the dove from a long time ago. This is our oatmeal. Just go ahead and add your oats, and then we're just going to mix all of our fragrance into our oats, salt, and milk, okay? And that's just making sure everything is evenly combined. So just kind of take it and run your hands around and, play with it for a while just to make sure it just get evenly combined into the mix. And that's the fragrance, okay? All right, so you don't have to use anything in here. Like if you want to use like poly 80 or something, poly 20, you can, but you really don't have to. That's our baking soda, so we're going to add that to it. And we're just going to go ahead and just play with it for a little while and just mix all this stuff in, okay? Now, when it comes down to just packaging this up, you want to leave this sitting out for a day to make sure it dry out completely. Go ahead and add your roses to it, your dried flowers, and you can definitely use as much as you want to. I definitely OD'd on it. So I didn't use as much as I put inside the bowl. I put a whole lot. So when you guys see the recipe in the Patreon, I will put it the way it's supposed to be, like half of that. So um yeah, I had too much. All right. So you don't really need any more fragrance. Just try to keep the fragrance light. I did give you guys a percentage of fragrance to add to the recipe, but just try to keep it light because if you add too much, it won't dry. And if you put it in a tea bag, you definitely don't want to have that oil residue on it, okay? All right, so now for the fun part, we're about to go ahead and package this up. So what you see me doing right now is I'm just making sure everything is all evenly combined. I don't want to have, just one side with fragrance, one side without. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just take that scooper and fill up our milk jar. These are those old school milk jars you used to see on the porch years ago. If you are that old, you might not be that old, but this is what they used to deliver milk in. Oh, how times have changed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely would enjoy if they were still doing the old things today, because old people lived a little longer. They ain't get poisoned the way people do today. All right, moving on from there. Now, what you're gonna do is you just fill those bottles up. Make sure you shake it. Make sure you give it a nice shake so you can make sure everything is just mixed in, and you don't want to have like uneven. You want people to be able to see those roses as well. So just shake it up as you are putting it in there, and also cleaning the bottle as well, because it's going to be a lot of milk powder on the outside. So you're going to have to do like a wipe down of all your bottles anyway. So I'm just filling up my tea bags because I'm doing both the tea and the glass bottle. And what I realize is I have to kind of take my finger and push down inside that muslin bag just to make sure that I fill it up completely, because I don't want to give people like, just like a drawstring bag with a little bit of product in it. So I had to go back over it and just take my finger and push it down just to fill it up. Okay, so that's something you probably gonna have to do too. All right, guys, and I just had like one more bag to fill up, and that is it. Okay, guys, well, go ahead, hit that like, hit that thumb up. I will see you guys again for the next video. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.